All right, everybody, welcome back to the 950 Club. I'm Jamaal. I'm going to hold it down for us solo today. And today is our latest installment in the 950 interviews. And we have a special talent with us today. She's multi-talented. She's a multi-talented artist. She is an award winner. She is an acting extraordinaire. And most importantly, she is the Snow Queen of Texas. I, you know how cold you got to be the Snow Queen of Texas. That's dope. You already know it's
Oh
dope
my
offhand.
gosh. I so
We
appreciate you
have.
adding that in there.
I got to have
It's
to.
cool.
Is that is really cool. That is really cool. It's like Andre 3000 was like, "What's cooler than being cool? Ice
Ice
cold."
cold.
The Snow Queen of Texas. That's what. That's what
It's
she
a
is.
combo between how I took college in Ohio and I loved
Mm-hmm.
the cold. I was often told I looked like Snow White because I'm very pale and I have dark hair. And then there's a song by the Mamas and the Papas called
Yeah,
Snow Queen of Texas. And that's why I was
I'm
like,
aware.
I'm going to put that in
I'm aware.
there.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that song.
You are? Okay,
I
cool.
am. I am. I've heard plenty of the mamas and the papas. My
Mm-hmm.
wife is very into them. So
Mm-hmm. I have one of your
I've heard
vinyls.
plenty.
I'd like to get more.
Do you know what? Like, we need a record player. We had one, and I think in the move, something happened where we gave it away to somebody, and we got to get another
Yeah.
one. Like, I have a whole
Even just
like
the needle.
bookshelf full of vinyls, and I don't have a vinyl player. And it's something I want to get. I just keep putting it on the back burner.
I had that as like the one thing I wanted for Christmas this past year. So I was able
Mm,
to get it for Christmas. Otherwise, yeah, I had not had one for a while, but I'd collect little
I
vinyls and
just
things.
love the sound of vinyl.
Me too.
It's
It's very
like,
comforting. I need to use
mm,
mine more.
I when I get mine, I'm
Oh
definitely gonna
boy.
use mine all the time because I'll still like we have like a little bookshop like 2 blocks up the street from us,
Oh
and they
wow. And they sell
sell
vinyls?
vinyls, and so like I'll be like,
That and
yeah, let me grab that.
cassettes. It
Yeah,
sounds like you're back in the time when it was
yeah.
made. It's just so cool.
There's something about like the needle touching the
Yeah.
vinyl, and just that like pretty
Mm.
sound that you get from it. That
Mm-hmm.
I love vinyl.
I wonder if there's
I
a
love
pipeline between that, like liking that, and like ASMR. Like I'm guessing the like hearing those kinds of sounds or white noise. Then you probably also like ASMR, like pink noise or things like that.
there's got to be.
Things to think
There's got to
about.
be things to
Yeah.
think about.
I definitely like white noise, but I also grew up with my dad would make burn me CDs. He would like
Hmm.
upload songs on the CDs, and they would be Madeleine's Night Night CDs, and I would play them to go to sleep. And it was always like Enya or Henry Mancini or something, like some orchestra, like Lord of the Rings would be playing, you
Hmm.
know. So I definitely grew up having like the sounds of it, even like the CD scrolling between the
uh,
songs and stuff like that.
See, that was my in my younger years. That was my like hustle in high school. So I would burn CDs
Oh, it
and
was your
like
hustle in high.
that
I
was
see.
my hustle in
Yeah.
high school.
Whoa.
So like, and I
Nice.
always bought the CDs that kind of looked like vinyl records on top. So that was kind of like my signature. And so I would
Whoa.
burn CDs and sell CDs because everything. This is when like
Yeah. That's
everything
what
was
all
on like
people listen
Napster and
to.
everything. So everything was like leaking early. So I'd be like, all right, here's this, and like get that early, and
For a
then
prize. Yeah.
I for a price, and then I would take the money I got from there, and then there was like a small group of us that would play Texas Hold'em in the library conference room
Oh my
because Texas
gosh.
Hold'em was big at that time. So I'll
Oh
take
my
that money
gosh.
and then
I
I'll
like
flip
watching it
that
online.
there, and that'll be like my like money
Wow. In
for
high school? That's awesome.
in high
I
school.
shouldn't, sorry, I do not condone
We
gambling, but
don't condone this. I don't condone you illegally
you did not hear me say,
stealing
whoa,
music
cool,
either.
just like 5 seconds ago.
But that was me in high school. And the funny thing is, like years later, like I was talking to a friend about it, and um, and we were just casually talking. I don't know how we got on the subject, and I
Mm.
was like, "Yeah, I used to do the like vinyl record CDs." He was like, "That was you."
He knew. Oh my
And
gosh.
he was like, and I was
Wait.
secretly his competition, and I didn't
Oh,
even know
that's
it.
crazy.
He was like,
I
I can't
also
believe it.
had a bit of a hustle in high school, but only
Mm-hmm.
for a brief stint of time. And maybe this also dates me to how old I
Mm-hmm.
was in high school. Um, I got really good at being able to copy and reference the My Little Pony TV show style, like the one that was new at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which gen it is, but obviously the one where like Bronies came out and
Yeah.
like big hype, Fluttershy, Twilight Sparkle, all that. And people would pay me to like draw their OCs in like early high school. So you were like making CDs, and I was like, let
Mhm.
me draw you your pony.
You know, what worked at the time. That's all. That's all it was.
That's amazing.
That
Wow.
was
And here we are
yeah.
now.
Here we are now. Yeah, I'm kind of dating myself talking about burning CDs,
No, that's
but
so
it's
cool.
fine.
I mean, I
I don't
grew
mind.
up with that happening, I guess. It's just like I then got I won like an iPod Nano in a
Mm-hmm.
library shuffle, and that was kind of like, that was middle school-ish. And so then from there, obviously the electronics became more of a thing.
They did. I was like the old head that was like holding out on the CDs
I love
for as
CD. I still
long
hold
as
on
I
to all
could.
mine. I still have a CD
Yeah.
player from my grandparents that I got in like it still works. It's like
Mm,
elementary, middle school. I still have it.
like I think it's very important, especially with Sony saying, "Hey, we're not going to do physical disc anymore."
Is it, yeah, like
I
the
think,
PS the
yeah,
yeah,
the
the recent
PlayStation and everything.
release?
I'm like, it's so physical media is so important.
I started mentally panicking because I'm like, am I gonna have to buy? Like, I want to have the physical media. I haven't taken
Yeah,
the chance to like buy stuff, and now I'm like, wait, are they not gonna be around anymore?
right. Like I like having it there. Like
And the
it
cost makes more sense because there was
yeah,
like a production line in order to like make the
absolutely.
product and like send it, ship it your way or whatever. Versus like, if it's the same price and it's online, then it's like, wait, what am I? How
It's
what
more
is, yeah.
it's more cost effective. I get that, but it's just like people have their collections. Like some people collect books, some people collect DVDs, some people collect games, some people collect toy.
I
Like,
collect
but
movie tickets.
you see,
Hmm.
that's what people do. And then I don't like the fact that like they get to lord over the media, and it's just like, oh well,
Yeah. I don't know if do
whew,
you watch any Drew Gooden? Sorry, I know we haven't really talked about voice acting yet,
it's
but
okay. I don't mind.
yeah, it's real talk. Uh,
Yeah.
Drew Gooden has, he's like a silly YouTube guy, but he
Mm-hmm.
made a really good statement. I'm obviously going to be butchering it and not saying exactly what he said, but he made a good point of like when I guess it gets to the point of monopolizing. It could be really hard because then you don't really own anything. Everything's just
Yeah.
kind of leased out to you, whether that's like
Mm-hmm.
your subscription or, if you're like renting a movie, like it's still not technically yours because it's under your account. You're paying for the account and things like that. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you're so right. We don't own anything anymore.
We own nothing. We
Yeah.
own nothing. They can take it all away whenever they
That's what
decide
it is.
to.
Yeah, it's like it can be
And
taken away if they want. We're seeing that now with like the PlayStation stuff.
they can take it away. And they're just going to jack up the
Unless we say
price again
something.
anyway. And we'll be like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you want to watch this content? You got to go here.
And
Or it'll
because
be like,
there's been a precedent set, it's not like anybody can really say no. So
right.
it just kind of keeps building up where it's like, oh, we can get them to pay if they want a higher quality image, like if they want a better
Mm-hmm.
resolution on
Yeah.
Amazon now. Now we're getting kind of, we're getting all, I guess, into the capitalist talk. But very interestingly,
Yeah.
they're rolling out a whole thing of like, even the quality of the video you're watching is
Mm-hmm.
going to be like rough unless you pay
Yes.
more for a better resolution, which is, I don't know. Then everybody might implement it. Who knows?
Which is
Maybe.
ridiculous. I mean, they kind of already do because it's like if you get Netflix, you could sign up for like the standard. Or if you pay a little more, like here, just the 4K resolution. Or it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Like you have 100% control over this, and the more control you have, the more out of control you're going to get.
Yeah.
So it
It's
makes
so
me,
cool. It's really great times that we're living in right now.
yeah.
So we're gonna buy our vinyls and we're gonna listen to our record players and it's gonna
Hmm.
be great.
Yeah. See, like, and I don't want them to be like that because then it makes me have to go back to those high school days and create my
Yeah.
own physical media.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
I
people
don't
are
want to do
finding a
that.
way.
I don't want to do that. And that's the thing, because
Yeah.
if it's digital, there's a way I can get to it. That's the one thing about digital, for good or for bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
it's
condoning,
out
but
there.
there is such thing
Not
as.
condoning, not condoning, but I'm just saying, like, I want to support, the actors or
Yeah.
musicians or whoever. And
It's
I'm
getting
just
harder to
saying,
do that without directly going through the company for all
mm,
of that. Yeah.
yeah, they're making it more difficult and not user friendly.
That's why I
But
definitely, I guess that kind of segues into voice acting. That's why I'm always, I think I'll always be a very big proponent or like be very pro like indie works, indie animation, and being
mm,
involved in that because I've always grown up being like involved in devised works, whether that was like theater, or I guess like creating home videos and things like that. So I just think like creating always at like the base level, um, and seeing that stuff skyrocket, like the stuff that we've been seeing with all the
mm,
different YouTubers and their movies rocketing off, or Digital Circus and Glitch Entertainment and things like that. I think it's so cool. I'm like, yay! We're doing it. But even the people that are, like making small stuff in their spare time, I think that stuff is so important. It's so
yeah,
important.
support. It's always important to support the little guy because everybody
Yeah.
starts little at
Because
some
we're
point.
always the little guy. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget that
Everybody
you were once
starts
the
there.
little guy.
Everybody starts there, man, and that's where all the dreams, the creativity, and
Mm-hmm.
the passion comes out
The human
with the
spirit. The
little
condition
guy.
of the human spirit.
Yes, yeah. So that's what I love. I just donated to a Kickstarter for like an indie animation the other day.
So
Like,
cool.
yeah,
That's
I
my
just
like,
like
man, I need to
love
make
that
more
sort of stuff.
money, but when I have more money, I would love to be
Mm,
able to, yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun. Patreon, I love the Patreons a thing, especially for
hmm,
like different YouTubers that I know I like to support.
yeah.
Um, yeah, trying to watch any side projects that friends are in, things like
Mhm.
that. And that's why I like those websites too, where you can work alongside people in Casting Call Club,
I
and
love that stuff.
there's
Yeah,
different websites that have kind of gone through some changes, but there's plenty of opportunities still out there. Yeah.
that's what's most important. Like supporting each other, and that's something that I love seeing. Like,
Sorry, did you see the little loading sign? It like showed that it was registering that I put a thumb up.
yeah.
That's crazy. And now it's
That's funny.
gone.
That was fun while it lasted. And that's what I love. I just love seeing, like, every time somebody posts a new role announcement and like just the outpouring of like
Yeah.
congratulations and everything.
Well, hello.
Don't 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 don't.
Hang on one second. There we go. That's hilarious. My
It's like the
computer
Blair
will
Witch
overheat
Project.
when I plug it into my charger sometimes
Uh,
and I'm like screen sharing. So I
mm.
unplugged it and also just disconnected everything from the outlet. So
It's all right. I've had so many crazy things happen while I'm recording. Like, so I'm just like,
I'm glad you caught that on camera.
that's funny. That was funny.
I'm
It
glad
was like
maybe
the
maybe it's a
Undertaker
blessing
was
in
coming.
disguise. You couldn't see like the fear in my eyes as I was like,
Yeah,
ah,
like,
what's happening? But sorry, you were saying you're talking about supporting friends. Voiceover
that's it.
community is very
That's it.
supportive.
Just very supportive. Just very
Yeah.
supportive. And like, as a voice actor, how important is that for you? Like, because I know it's like in a field where like you hear a lot of no's.
Mm.
Like, you know, I'm sure like getting that support when you do get a yes has got
Oh my
to
gosh.
help push
Yeah.
things forward a bit.
Well, I actually have a. It might be kind of long winded, but I
It's
do have
okay.
a good story that ties into that.
I've got nothing but
Um,
time.
Nice. Yeah, it's almost like we're on something where we have like a designated amount of time to talk to each
Mhm.
other. It's crazy. Um, I
Not
had
here.
so I grew up. I guess this ties in a lot of things because now I'm talking about my, how I got
Mm,
into all this. But it
that's
ties into
perfect because
that.
that's usually the first question I ask
Hmm.
because we love a good origin story
But it ties
here.
in. It actually does tie
Mm.
in. I didn't used to mention it as much, but my grandma passed away recently, and she was
Oh, sorry,
in.
mine too.
That's okay. Oh,
Sorry
I'm
to
so
hear that.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what I'm starting to sidetrack again. There'll be like a period of time where I feel like me and my friends and the community around me all start experiencing like a lot of loss together, and then earlier in the season I feel like I was surrounded by people and we were all like experiencing a lot of wins, and I don't know, it's very interesting.
Hmm.
But I learned so much more about her life, and she was a dancer for a long time, and then she was a theater teacher, and I didn't really realize to what extent she was involved in all of that and how much that was a big part of my mom's childhood and her brother's childhood growing up. um, but my mom was like a model and danced a bit, and she did a little bit of commercial work when she was younger. And my dad was involved in radio for like a little bit of time, but for the most part they're not like very artsy people, but my grandma was. And so I did grow up, um I do feel like my interest in the arts was kind of my own, but I
Hmm.
was in a space that like really supported it. And my little brother, he does the same exact thing as me, though predominantly he's more involved in like film and commercial stuff.
Hmm.
He got into it because I was in it, and we're only a couple years apart from each other, so we've just grown up being like best friends, doing all the same shows. But we would like, uh, we'd finish food early so we could perform like on the side of, we had like one of those windowsills, and we'd like dance and do stuff on top. Or I would like write a story and have everybody like play roles. And my nana would, she still had like costumes and things back at her house, and so she would be like, try them on, do stuff. And so my parents were in the stage of like trying to figure out how to like get the kiddos involved in something, like what would they like to do. And so when we got in theater, we were just like really really involved in theater. So I grew up doing that. I started at 6, and me and my brother started even like as kids. We were doing some professional theater work and some film work, and my mom was just like throwing us into it. So that was kind of all I knew, all I wanted to do. But I did like writing and dancing and singing, kind of like anything artistic that I could get my hands on. And so I ended up going to an arts magnet high school, and it was kind of like when I got in, I was sort of like, okay, I'm kind of deciding here now, like this is gonna be my career, okay. Which I know now is like that doesn't have to be the case, but for me at least, I was like, I can't think of doing anything else. And in high school, I had had several teachers and mentors who were involved in voiceover a lot since I grew up in Dallas. And so Funimation was obviously recording here, Funimation now, Crunchyroll.
Right.
And so I was studying a little bit under like Chris Ramirez and Lydia Mackey, Anastasia Munoz, and Alex Organ, and even other folks. But I was just sort of like under the impression like voiceover was something I always wanted to do. Like I grew up watching animation. I've always just really, really loved animated stuff and TV shows and those people that could do silly voices. And I was always just doing that on my own anyways. But I thought like, oh, okay, that's something that you do based on what I knew from everyone around me. Like, you get into voiceover when you've had like a successful theater career and you're like middle aged and you're like coasting or whatever. Like I had no idea that was something that you could pursue at any time. Um, and so I went to a conservatory in Ohio for acting, like straight acting on stage, because they allowed me kind of the free reign to still take the same voice classes and dance classes as the musical theater majors and write and draw. So I still found a lot of time to do those things. Um, but I was just running into some problems, like butting heads with people in my class, and I was starting to get burnt out just a little bit. And there was just a series of things that happened where like student festival didn't go well. I had a show I was looking forward to that fell through because of the pandemic. And like there was a lot of like personal turmoil and things, and I was having a rough time wanting to stay at school. I like school, I was just having a rough time.
Mm.
um and just like getting along, which is funny because I feel like folks in my class, or I guess classes above and below were like, what was up with your class? You guys just kind of didn't really click. And I was like, okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I wish everyone well. It's just like, that's a story for another time. In any case, the pandemic ended up being very serendipitous because it allowed me that space away from everyone during a time when I straight up was like, this is a sign from something, like saying, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be doing theater anymore, which is not what I want, but like all this stuff keeps falling through. Um, and it was right around the time where, I had more time to myself and I was about to finish out college because I graduated in 2021. And so, kind of on the cusp of that, like coming back to college, since our school was really small, I was able to do kind of like hybrid. But then the final semester, they had us try and do internship, which was, of course, online. But I
Hmm.
didn't have anything else, so I went back home. I was like, well, I'm just going back home, and I'll do this online.
Yeah.
Um, and I been pursuing voiceover. And I have to give credit to the guy I was dating at the time because he was the one who kind of like helped me save up money. Like we saved up money together for me to buy a mic and
Mm.
buy equipment to be able to record. And that was not something that I think I would have pursued voice acting as soon because I was just like, have a, I try to prioritize everything. That's the problem with wanting to do everything. But with the pandemic, I was like, I'm going to spend this year. I like dedicated it to myself. I was like, I'm not telling anybody. Like, really, only my boyfriend and my brothers knew. I didn't even really talk to my parents much about it. They knew I was recording, but they had no idea what I was doing. And I was like, I am just going to focus on voice acting. I'm going to learn how to edit and like build up a resume if I can, or try to get some demo reels and like submit if I can to Funimation, which would eventually become Crunchyroll.
Hmm.
And it was also because when I was in my internship, this is so funny. I'm like such good friends now with Aaron Campbell, and he was one of the folks doing master classes at the internship I worked at, which was like a
Oh.
master class company. And because it was online, they usually did straight theater stuff, but they were able to implement a lot of country because it was online, so there was way more film stuff and voiceover stuff. And I was immediately like, sign me up for all the voiceover classes. I will
Yeah.
shadow all of them, which is what
Mhm.
I did or tried to do. So I had Aaron Campbell, who works at Crunchyroll currently,
Right.
and he directed me for a lot of Warrior Princess. Caitlin was overseeing and she was the head director, but Aaron ended up working a lot of that with me, so we got really close. And I
That's
was like,
cool.
didn't you? That's crazy how,
Yeah.
wow.
Full circle moment.
But the other guy was Josh Kahn, and auditioning, like doing, we did like little master classes on the side with that stuff, and it was just immediately like such positive feedback, and it sounded like I was doing a lot of the right stuff kind of right off the bat, whatever that was. And then I was auditioning for stuff on casting call. Happened to book like the first thing I auditioned for, which is not to say I don't book. I've done like over 300, 400 auditions over the last couple of years on Casting Call Club, and there's only been a very small amount that I've actually booked.
A
But
small amount of yeses.
indeed, it
Mhm.
really is like that. But because it was new and exciting, I had gotten all that advice on like just keep submitting. Like if you can do like 10 auditions a day, do it. Like you're teaching yourself and you're getting used to what it will be like. And I think if the pandemic hadn't happened, I also ended up, I was in an agency already. And luckily for me, being in Dallas, that's why I was like, I'm moving back home. That's very
Mhm.
serendipitous because it's a big audio hub. And then they're, they've prioritized voiceover agents in the area, I guess. And so when I turned 23, I was in the adult division, and they were like, okay, now you have a voiceover agent, and we'll be giving you more official like Crunchyroll auditions. And so I was like, this is kind of good. That seems more like a sign as well.
Yeah.
But very immediately, I had been just experiencing a lot of like overthinking and wondering about my worth, and being in a very small isolated situation back in college, and then immediately out of it with voiceover. I was like, oh my gosh, not only are there so many opportunities, but there's so many like creative people, and I'm making so many friends online. And it just immediately felt like, wow, I know, like, sometimes things can be weird when you're online for kind of anything. The majority of your
Yeah,
time, things can.
yeah.
It's not always sunshines and roses. Um, but for that, you're like,
I know, trust me.
but for the most part, it's definitely, I mean, gotten me more connected to people that I definitely
Yeah.
otherwise would not have known.
Hmm.
And so I do think all of that was very clandestine. Ooh, I've not used that word in a while. But that it was like I was getting such a positive reaction with voiceover stuff that I was like, okay, I do something I need to be doing. And now I'm still like very involved in theater and film and commercials and stuff, whatever I can get my hands on still. But I think voiceover helped me like build that confidence back up again to want to like put myself out there in person. And yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm learning all this brand new stuff. So that's my kind of long-winded story of how I got into voiceover, and also how like the community of voiceover and like creating animation and 3D and like mods
Hmm.
and whatever is like so much fun, and I've had a positive experience overall.
That is very cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
story.
Oh,
It,
thanks.
I just like how like, and it's interesting how the world is sometimes. It's like something
Yeah.
that you're like that's for you. How it'll just like we're going to close
It
this
really did
door, we're
click.
going to do
Yeah.
this, and we're going to make sure that we put you over here in your purpose. So
Mhm.
like you find it, and then these other doors are
Yeah.
going to slowly start to open up because you found where you're supposed to
Yeah.
be. So I'm really glad that happened
Thank you. There was
in that
definitely a
way
part
for
of me that was like, I will do this and I will
you.
prove to everyone. There was definitely like a part of that in there.
There's got to be a little like bullheadedness in when you're pursuing your goals, like
Yeah.
because there's always going to be something that gets in the way of that to test your resolve.
Yeah. And I
So
think
you have to have
isolating
it.
myself in that way, like where I was kind of only focusing on me and not hearing like outside opinions, was
Mhm.
very helpful. And I
Yeah.
know that's not something that everybody can experience, but at least for me, where I'd been surrounded by a lot of people and a lot of ideas and things, I was like, I'm gonna zone it, or what is it, lock in.
Hmm.
Basically, long story short, I locked in.
You locked it. That's what you got to do sometimes. For sometimes like it's good to have a plan A, B, C that they say,
Yeah.
but some people they need that. This is my plan A, and I'm going to make this work.
Mm,
Sometimes you need that,
yeah.
and
When you
that's what
spread
works
yourself
for some
really thin
people.
all the time.
Yeah,
Focusing on one thing can be helpful.
that's it. Like that's it's just it may just be what their personality dictates that they
Mm,
need. Like I have
absolutely.
to focus on this, otherwise I'm not going to be able to
Hmm.
fully immerse myself in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
funny
cool.
now because I will actually have a harder time recording for long spaces of time by myself, because
Mm-hmm.
I've like gotten out there and being like all social again over the last, I don't know, like 4-ish years.
It's socially
I
again.
like recording in person, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to interact with people, and it's kind of hard to be all holed up alone. But before, I was like, yes, let me stay in the booth all day. I'm going to record an audiobook for 8 hours or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
So you got the experience,
Yeah.
So it's like now that you have the experience, it's like now I can go here and there and have
Yeah.
these other different
Branch
experiences.
out. Hmm.
So that's cool. So
Yeah.
okay, here's a question. How do you protect like your mental health? Especially like when
Hmm.
you were going through that, like what you were going through at college and
Yeah.
the early days in voiceover, like how do you find a way to protect your mental health and your
Hmm.
sense of self?
The big thing that I had a trouble with, I guess, was that I was brought up to be very empathetic towards other people, which I'm always very grateful towards. Both of my parents work in like nonprofit and like religious based work, and so a lot of it is all like helping others, and also the perception that you are like always going to be like the kind, considerate person. Um, that's like listening to everyone, but that also kind of came at the expense of like, well, some other people's like listen to others before yourself. And it I think also would create a little bit of hesitancy on my part that I still kind of struggle with in terms of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choice? Oh, you tell me what you want. And then obviously being an actor on top of that doesn't help.
I'm
Where you're
sure.
like, please take me, or or like, I'll be whatever you want. So that of course is just something in the mix. And so I think like I been kind of in my own sort of realm, and whenever I branched out and went somewhere else where I didn't know anybody, I was confronted with a lot more. And I'm very grateful that I went to the arts magnet I did too, because just like meeting so many people from people who just have different opinions or do different things, was a big influence in me kind of learning like, oh, I think the big one was like, I was really under the impression that everybody kind of thought the same as I did, moral basis. And I would try and, spend a lot of time being like, maybe if I talk to this person again, like, we'll actually like come to an agreement. And
Mm,
sometimes people just don't want to do that.
it's just not gonna happen.
Sometimes people like to argue or
Yeah.
whatever, they want to be right. Which is fine, it is what it is. But that was, I think, the big learning curve was learning to trust myself, or to trust my gut at least, and to not try and prioritize other people's I guess like thoughts and opinions over my own, or at least like
Mhm.
know what that balance was. And I think also the being isolated how I was kind of helped with that, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what works. And having to trust myself a little bit more. But yeah, I found that a big thing for me. Obviously, I've always loved art at any capacity. So things like being able to read or write or intake media, especially like watching movies or listening to music and YouTube. I'll be on there forever for like even just a day. I'm like 6 hours on
Mhm.
YouTube. Yippee! Um, but it's
Skipping
like doing
around.
stuff that, right? It's doing stuff that I really like doing, or that I find soothing. And I think before I was like, you just work through it. You just like be a workaholic. And I definitely still work a lot. But I think I've gotten a lot better since then on prioritizing like, okay, I'm in a different state now to where I know I'm not going to be productive, whether that means like, hey, I might not be able to send in this audition. I'm submitting myself everywhere. Sometimes you got to know like, hey, it's okay, doubt, or like you really do need a break to be able to like take it. Sometimes now my balance is like, oh, I gotta, oh, okay, I guess I'll get on it more, because I'm like, wait, I like relaxing so much.
Hmm. Yeah, right.
But I
Yeah.
think, right, for me at least, I like I know the cliche ambivert kind of quote. I feel like it does kind of, it holds some weight to me at least, because I'm like, if I get my time by myself where I'm doing what I want to do, but then like I also get very energized chatting with, and hanging out with friends I know. Um, I think a big thing that helped me a lot to, it's like what you said, when you reach out more, which I was never very good at. Like I wouldn't be good at texting people, setting up dates, to hang out and things like that. And then I would be like, does nobody like me? Because I'd be like, why aren't they inviting me to things? When I'm like, I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. um, and so learning like that balance for me was also very important, of like, oh, I'm gonna like check on people more, and having friends doing a lot of cool stuff definitely helps. But I feel like I made more friends subsequently by being like, I could work tonight, but I think it'd be worthwhile to like go out and have a drink with these friends, and several of them I've only known online, and let me meet them for the first time. Or this person's gone to support me in all the shows I've been in, I should really go and watch their show. And I feel like I have learned how to make more long lasting friendships that way, and find people that I can talk to when I'm going through things. And I mean, in the, I guess, like the artistic world or the world of voiceover, you end up finding a lot of people like you doing a lot of the same stuff. And I feel like being able to talk to those people about maybe some of the things you're going through, if it is work related at least, or, personable with like artistic people, especially like theater actor people, can be very dramatic sometimes. It can
Hmm.
be nice to like, learn through others, get their
Mhm.
tidbits of wisdom. But yeah, I think being able to focus more on like knowing when I've like reached a peak, and it's like,
Mhm.
okay, you should maybe go and spend that time how you want to spend it now. Has I know everybody's different. Sometimes motivation's a whole other thing, but at least for me, I gotta know when to stop. And I think I'm getting
Yeah.
a little bit better at it.
Look,
Yeah.
I feel you on that because I'm the same way. Like I have to
You're a
know when
workaholic.
to like pace myself because that's just the way I grew up. Like
Yeah. I mean,
there
my
was no
parents even
days off.
now are still always working all the
Mhm.
time. And so it would even be like, I'm reading a book, or I'm like, like an announcement post for a role or
Mhm.
something. And if I'm with my mom, she'll be like, "Don't be lazy. You should work on something." I'll be like, I am being productive."
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man. That was my like.
It'll get you.
It
Yeah.
will get you. Like I had to. I really like embrace the younger generation because like I was the guy that was just like I'm not taking any days off or whatever,
Mental
and
health becoming more of
because
a thing's definitely
yes,
been rough.
I really thank the younger generation for
Or being more
enlightening
outspoken
me.
just in general,
Yeah,
that like, hey, this is something that you should maybe focus on.
yes, yes, because they would just like call off without any regard, and I'm like
What?
the guy that's just like you can do
Wait,
like
you can,
why,
yes, exactly.
and I'm like
Or like,
because
wait, you can say no to people? I don't, I,
it
that's,
was not something that like clicked in my brain because that's not how like I was raised. I was raised like you go to school.
and always listen to
I
your
don't
elders.
care
Your
if you're
elders are always
sick.
right.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
you go. You go to school.
you do what
You
other
listen
people
to
tell
what they
you.
say. You do what they ask you to do. Don't mess up your
Do the
job.
work.
Do the work. Don't
Which is
call
so
off.
hard. I think
Yeah.
it's a big, like, aspect of American culture. 'Cause I'm guessing, are you American as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just the American dream thing. I hate to call it a fallacy, but like for a lot of its a lot of the way that it's structured, and generally generationally too, where it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
if you work hard enough, your merit will show itself and you will be rewarded. And the fact that that's not always the case, and that's something that you usually have to contend with when you reach adult age to some extent, is like really hard.
Yeah. It is. It's difficult. And but I appreciate again I appreciate the younger generation for um figuring
Like
that out, and they're
bringing it to the
just like,
forefront.
no, we're taking our time.
Yeah,
If I
everybody's
need a
path
day,
is
I need a
different,
day.
and it's
Everybody's path is
okay.
different. You don't have to stay on the job for 20 years.
This
Like
is
you
like
can
the life that
switch.
we have. You gotta like,
Yeah.
you can't be doing what, yeah, working a job that you hate your entire life because you're
Yeah.
hoping they'll promote you or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like you don't if you don't like the job, just
you can quit.
leave.
Yeah.
That was not an option like
Yes. That's why I
before.
was having a hard time even joining some 9 to 5 jobs for a while. Whenever I was like, okay, because I've been a struggling actor for a while. I've been trying to prioritize being able to just do arts, and that's not always the case. But for the most part, I was like, I'm so nervous that because of who I am, it's going to be so hard for me to get out of it, and I'm going to start prioritizing it, and then I won't be doing art anymore. Which did not happen because, yeah, I think if you know you could say no, it
Yeah.
even if it takes some people helping you out,
It
you'll
takes
get
sometimes it
there.
does. Sometimes it does. But it's like you gotta figure out sometimes that internal clock for a lot of people it's for some people like
Mm,
when you have to prioritize yourself. That's what like really gets to
yeah,
you.
and not to tie it too far back to, or maybe to tie it back,
Mm-hmm.
when I will say, when you have like a pet or a child or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, where you have someone depending on you, it really can change your mindset a lot
It
because
does.
you're like, okay, this is wow. Is this really the best thing for me? Because I'm
Mhm.
thinking about myself and somebody else,
Right.
and I think it kind of can be. It can be, there's pros and cons to all of it, but at least for me, when I was going through a lot of that self doubt, and then I did get my cat, it was like, oh my gosh, having somebody kind of like love you unconditionally, and it's like you just are who you are, and the cat loves you. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, I have a lot of motivation
Right.
now. I want
Right.
to take care of
Right. Right.
him.
It gives you that like extra kick.
Yeah,
And it's just like, man, I can't take care of you if I'm not good myself. So
I've been kind of pushing one of my friends. He wants a cat, but he's like, oh, but I can't validate, like, what if I move? What if this and what if that? And a part of me is like, I might sneak him to an animal shelter one day
yeah, and just like
and be like,
surprise.
oh no, you
Hmm.
have a, because he's like dealing with the same things where he's like, my motivation's so low, and a part of me is like, I see a lot of similarities between us, and so I, not to try and push a pet and more responsibility on him, but I kind of think he might go through the same thing I did, which is like, whoa.
Right, maybe. And the cool thing about cats and the thing that like I've grown to like about cats,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're like, all right, you be just. I just want you to be present.
Yeah,
Like you can be over there, I'll be over
yeah.
here. Just be present.
They
And
are
then
still
if they,
maintenance. Like
yeah,
they still need maintenance like dogs, but
yeah,
the way that they do it is different. They just
it's
want to be
different.
around you. Yeah,
They just want to be. They just want to be around.
doing
And
what you're
I'm like,
doing.
I get that. That I understand. I may not always want
Yeah.
to talk to you. I may not always want to, but I want you around.
Mhm.
And if
Mhm.
something is wrong, you'll come to me. I'll come
Yeah,
to
they can
you.
sense it.
And yeah, they can sense it. And it's like, all right, rub, 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 rub. And it's like, all right. And I'm
I need
going
a little
back off
energy.
my
Pat, pat,
business.
pat. All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So like I get it, and I'm just like, this is like
Hmm.
cat love is like the best love
It's
there is
true.
out there. It's the
Well, I'm also
best
sure
love.
like having a lot of work and being kind of drained, and then you come home to like your family has also got to be kind of like a,
Hmm.
a little different.
It's a
But
little
where
different.
you're like, oh wow, yay
It's a little
family.
different. It's a little different.
They
You
do need a
know,
lot from you. That's true.
they
That's
need
true.
a. I did not embrace naps until 2 years ago when the little one arrived. I was
This whole
so
week I've been
anti
taking
nap.
naps.
I was so anti nap. I'm like, I can't do it. Like, if I took a nap,
I'll
I
crash.
always
I'll work
felt
until I
like real
crash.
sleepy. But now I'm like, before this, took a little 10, 15 minute power nap.
Yeah,
And
like
then it was just like,
I
okay.
simply will not be able to get this done unless I can nap for at least 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, like now I'm at a point where if you have me sitting down still for a good 3 to 5 minutes, there's a good chance I'm just gonna and
That's
it's
so
gonna
true. That's
it's
why I gotta
just
be
gonna
moving
happen.
around all the time. Cause
Yeah.
I would I'd pet my cat back in high
Hmm.
school even. I would go upstairs to change into pajamas, and my cat would come in, and I would lay on the floor to pet them. And I sometimes like like I didn't even have all my pajamas on. I would fall asleep like face down on the carpet of my room because I was like finally took a second to like relax, and then I was freaking out for the night. Sometimes
And
that still happens.
that hey, I was like
Floor naps are kind of
what
underrated
naps?
because you're
Yes.
not, and you probably get this, you're not comfortable enough to where you'll oversleep. And so
Hmm.
you'll usually when you wake up, you kind of feel like you're in an easier state to like keep going afterwards.
That's the man. I'm telling you, that
Life
was
hack.
like my Achilles heel back when I was like younger and in school because my mom knew I would like go in the bathroom and just fall asleep on the floor. Like she
No.
knew I would do it. Like I'll fall asleep on the floor, or like if it was like in the wintertime and it was cold, I'd like fill up the sink with warm water and just have my hand sitting in the water, and I'd like fall asleep standing over the
Oh
sink.
my
And
gosh,
it'll
that's
be
so
like 10 minutes, and she'd be
funny.
like, "Get out of there! Get out of
That's
there!"
hilarious. She like knew.
She just knew that like He falls
He's not doing
asleep
something
in the
productive.
bathroom. He's not brushing his teeth. He's falling asleep on the floor.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't wish I had that, but then at the same time, maybe I could have maybe gotten some things done and not been asleep on the
Mhm.
floor until I woke up the next day.
That
Oh.
that floor sleep is an underrated sleep. I agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Floor sleep is underrated. It's a top. It's one of those top sleeps. Like floor sleep is a good one.
It is. I did something crazy back in like end of college. My one of my very last exams I had. I was just doing the whole thing of like staying up borderline all-nighters for like the entire week. And so I was like I have this test in this amount of time and I cannot stay up any longer. I'm going to take a nap before my test. Man, I did this a lot in college, and sometimes it did not work, but thankfully this time it worked. Where I went to sleep on the floor and I set my alarm before like my final exam, and I was able to wake up. And I mean, I was cutting the line or towing the line of nearly being there right as it was starting, but I did
Got
make it.
there. You got
And
there.
if I didn't floor sleep, I don't know what would have happened.
Floor sleep is a top sleep. I got I got spankings when I was a kid. Thankfully, not as
Aw,
much as my brother.
same.
So like the post spanking sleep, great sleep,
You're like,
great sleep. Yeah,
like, ow.
yeah, yeah. Great sleep. Some of the best sleep you're gonna get. Post spanking sleep. Um, I was notorious for like falling asleep in church.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
my
I would try
church
and make
sleeps
my
were
brother laugh in church. I would pretend that
um,
the word blood would make me faint. And so not even the sight of blood, just the word blood. And so anytime they got to communion, I would always like, like over and over, as like a middle school child trying to make my brother laugh.
that was
My
me.
mom would be like, stop it, stop it.
I would get the nudge for sleeping.
The
I'd be
nut,
like, get up,
yeah,
get
where
up,
it's like,
get up. It's like in
wake up.
that weird space in between like the choir selections and the preacher preaching that I was
That's
falling
usually what it
asleep
was.
every
The
time.
sermons would always kind of be very. That's why I still find them very, um, very relaxing for me typically.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
used to being like. Okay.
Hmm.
And you, I guess, falling asleep.
Yeah. Then I wake up to the word. It's great. Uh,
Ah, is it
yeah.
time? The rapture.
He's here.
You wake up to
Yeah.
the sound of angels singing. Oh my god.
Pass the plate. Um, and then like haircut sleep is a good sleep too. Like I like fall asleep
Yeah.
on my haircuts like all
Mm-hmm.
the time.
It's never usually that long for me, but I would grow up having really long hair, actually kind of
Mm-hmm.
where it's at now. I'm not used to having my hair this long. It's usually like way up here. But girls would want to braid my hair when I was in, preschool and elementary and whatever. And that was like, I will be knocked out. I love it so much. Anybody play with my hair, I'm like, do it forever.
See,
So I feel you.
it's just something I don't know. It's something about relaxing about it. Just like it
Mm-hmm.
makes me
Head
want to sleep.
massage.
Okay. I have this since we're on this. So I watched a little something, a little 10-minute film today called With or Without.
Oh! No way you did
Yeah,
not. That's
I did. I
hilarious.
did.
Wow,
I
you
did.
did your research on
I
it. It's
try.
on IMDb. I mean,
I try.
maybe
It's
should have
on
said that.
IMDb, and so like it took some work to find it, but I did find it.
Wow.
I
And the
did
other
find
film too is like it's this by the same guy.
it.
He
Hmm.
released it, but I think he put it on private, so I don't even know if I have access to it anymore. But
I have no idea.
wow.
Well, I don't know. I somehow clicked around and found it on I
Was
think
it on YouTube?
Vimeo.
Wow. Oh
Vimeo.
yeah, yeah, or like Daily Motion
Yeah,
or something. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense. I think it was
I
on
think so.
Vimeo where he posted things.
So like I found that. So like
Oh,
how was that experience?
I can't even remember what all my character was. Was she? Because I think they all had. It was all about like addiction and vices, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew the mom was like addicted to alcohol and pills. Um,
Yeah, the
and I can't
mom.
remember if mine was like unhealthy relationships or appearances. I can't quite remember what mine was or how I reacted to all of that. Or if I found her drinking and I don't know. Do you remember? Because it sounds like you just
Yours was
watched it.
appearances. Yours was
Was
like
appearances
appearances
okay?
because like the mom had like alcohol and pills, and
Mm-hmm.
then her sister was addicted to something we don't know. She just kind of dipped off to the
Yeah.
bathroom. Um, and then you was kind of like appearances because like after one of the shots, it kind of like showed you in the mirror, like
That's why I was
getting
like, I
all
do remember looking at a
yeah,
mirror. That's kind of all I
yeah.
remember.
And then your brother,
Yeah. Is it like toxic masculinity or something? Yeah,
something
that's my
like that.
actual brother.
He,
Is my real
something like
brother
that.
too. He was my
Mm-hmm.
brother in the other film that we did.
I yeah, when you said that, that's why I wanted to mention it because you said like working with him, and I was like, oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Because when
we've
I saw
done
the names on
some
there, I was like, oh yeah, they look alike.
really
That's got to
cool
be brother and
stuff
sister.
and some really cringy stuff.
Yeah,
We've been through it all. Hey, honestly, who better than like your brother to be able to say you've
yeah.
done like those, grew up and all that?
You got to start. You got to start somewhere. You
Oh
got to
yeah.
start somewhere.
Yeah, and at the time we were like, "Oh my god," because the guy like worked at the Art Institute of Dallas, so he
Mm-hmm.
was like teaching film, and so we were like, "Oh my god, wow!" And we now we're like family friends. We like he worked for my mom for a while as a videographer, and like he's still like we still keep in touch with him,
Mm-hmm.
and but just randomly we like auditioned for something of his, and he was like, "I'm gonna use you in everything." It's kind of the film world too, though.
Hey, look, man, it's whatever works. Whatever works. You get
Hmm.
your foot in the door, you never know where it's going to take you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So like I was like going through your Instagram and like very early in your Instagram, a lot of photography
Oh, yes. I
and
only used
editing.
Instagram for photography, and
Yeah.
most of the people I engaged with were other
Mm-hmm.
photographers. And that was just kind of me doing it for fun because I started in seventh grade, and I still have a backlog of images to edit still. That I started losing time to like take photos of things and prioritize it. And it was actually a big switch up for me on Instagram where I was like nervous about changing the kind of appearance I had. And so when I ended up posting a role, that's
Mm-hmm.
where it was like a big I was like, "Oh my god, well, this is what I'm doing now." So it's kind of become my like announcement post place.
Mm-hmm.
But before, yeah, I was like posting every day. I actually got rid of a lot of images that I'll still keep, but I am sort
Mm-hmm.
of like, I was just trying stuff out here. I don't know if this this is really, it's online.
I
It's me
thought it
like
was
close
good.
up of a leaf with a bunch of like broca sparkles, and it's like
Mhm.
a rainbow leaf with a black background, that kind of thing.
Look, man, I thought it was cool.
Thank you. I really like it. I still really
Yeah.
enjoy it, and I hope to get a. I have a Fuji camera, like a
Mm-hmm.
passed down Fuji camera, but I might need to take some money to get it to work. But I would really like to. Also, my that's the other thing. One of my camera that I've used all the time now doesn't connect to my computer,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's also a big reason I haven't taken photos lately. And so maybe this is a sign that I should invest in a camera again.
Sure. I thought it
Yeah.
was cool.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
I love
cool.
it. I
I
still
like
do.
going through the pictures. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm just like
Thanks
pictures,
for
pictures,
looking. Yeah,
pictures,
it was
pictures.
fun. It was
And
fun. I just take
like
photos of whatever was around me.
half of the fun of like people that do photography are like the little captions that they write. And
Mm,
so
it was a
I
lot of
like
like blue debut,
yeah,
or being like
yeah,
on a Sunday morning or
yeah, yeah. Like
Thanksgiving at dawn.
some
Yeah, right.
poetic caption or whatever. I always like read the little captions of people's
Oh
photography.
yeah, being super
It's
artsy with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It just feels like it should be packaged into like a little art book.
Oh yeah. Being more
Yeah.
personable was not something that I was used to. My mom was the one who was always like, "I'm going to post my daughter doing this or my son doing this." And so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see a point to post about myself. The only reason I actually started putting pictures of myself on Instagram was cuz my mom kept pushing that I should like upload photos of myself.
Oh, yeah, that's very I same. I was not like a picture guy at all.
No, I never took selfies of myself usually
I
unless I'm being
never did.
silly.
I never liked it. And then like a few years ago, my mom was like, "Hey, can you take a picture? Because like your uncles and all that, and people that like want to see you, they'll ask me for pictures."
Yeah.
And I just only have this like picture from like 10 years ago of you.
Yeah. Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh. It's
oh,
there's
okay.
validity to it. I understand.
There's validity to it. There's validity to it. And I think it's hilarious because now, like at my job, like they refuse to update your picture. So you'll have people that's worked there like 30 years and it
That's
hasn't been
what
updated. And I'm like,
they've
this
got like
seems like a
no hair
security
anymore and they've
issue.
got like a full afro or something like
Yeah.
beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, this is a security issue for a place that's like
That's so
all about
funny.
like protecting your personal information,
Oh,
which
that's
I thought was
hilarious
hilarious.
actually. That is very ironic.
It's always so funny. Be like, oh, this person's retiring, and you look at their picture, and they were like 21 in the picture, and they're like 60. And
You're like, they're retiring now? Good for
yeah,
them.
yeah, like, good. I'm happy for them. Okay, so I did not get a chance to listen to this yet, but I will. I promise you, I will get around to it. Um, you won the IBPA Book Award for
Oh
Ellis River.
yeah. Oh, that was so cool. Um I was not really expecting it. I mean, obviously I was not expecting it, but
Mm,
I yeah, that was I did spend a bit of time especially early on in voiceover where most of the stuff I was doing was indie, but it was also audiobook. So I did
yeah.
spend a lot of time on audiobooks. Um and there was this one lady that I worked with. She's still like making the series. I wasn't able to do the second book that she made just from like time and everything, but yeah, she was I'd had very up and down experiences with audiobooks because again, this is a situation where I was like, I'll take anything I can get,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just sort of like accepting whoever reached out to me, and so sometimes it was an okay experience. But she was one of the few people, because I haven't done an audiobook in a while, but she was one of the few that seemed to really be invested in her book and trying to get it out there and trying to promote me, which I was not used to. Um, and so it was really kind of because of her, she had like submitted it to the Benjamin Franklin Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she had just made a point to like get it out there and people aware about it enough that it was submitted. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But she even was like, hey, it's in Colorado. Do you want to come with me? It'll be this time. And I was like, oh, I think I had shows at the time, but I was like, oh, she literally wanted me to like come and like be there at the event with her, which is so sweet. And
That's
yeah, we ended up winning. Forget which year it was, like 2023, 2024.
24, 2024.
Wow, so a bit more recent than I thought.
Mm,
2024, I want to say best audiobook in fiction for that year,
yes.
which was
Yeah.
really cool. And I think the purpose of that award ceremony is kind of connected more on the indie side of things, like trying to
Yeah.
give awards to people
Mm-hmm.
that aren't just like booking it off of Audible or whatever
Right.
it is. But yeah, I was like, I don't win awards very often. I think I'm gonna put that on there because it was for the audiobook, which is really cool. And I
It was
did
really,
have a lot of fun with that. I found that a lot of people hired me because I would put out samples on my pages,
mm-hmm.
and those samples were of me doing different accents. And so most of those were people wanting me to do both male and female voices or playing like a wide range of people, which was very taxing, but it was also really fun. So I did several accents and things for that one, and I grew up listening to Jim. It's another big influence I think for me. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many, but I forget about this sometimes. I sometimes I grew up listening to the Harry Potter book series rather
Uh-huh.
than reading the book, and it was just something that I did with my mom and my brother when we would carpool to school or to shows, and we just one of the biggest takeaways was that he'd won this award. I forget which one, just a very prestigious award for the fact that he like kept up over hundreds and hundreds of different voices for everyone over the years, and they stayed consistent, and that it was just very believable. He was a great storyteller, and so that was also something I think that I was always like, I want to do that. And I was very lucky to grow up uninhibited in a lot of the theater I did, where I could kind of like
Mhm.
play an old goat man, and then the next day I would be like the Lady of the Lake, except she was like a swamp creature. And then I would be like a beautiful little angel lady, and then the next I would be like an evil queen, or just kind of like random stuff. Um, and so I think growing up that way and seeing other people who were able to do it, I was always like, oh, there are no limits. I want to voice all the characters, and they'll have different voices, and it'll be great. So I don't know. I don't know. Something was in there that they liked.
That's the cool thing, man. Like I do want to get around and listen to it.
Aw, thank
Um,
you. It's a fun one.
I
It
will.
also,
I will.
I think, I guess just saying this for you, but also if they're interested, it had a lot more to do with gender identity and like a queer perspective than I knew
Mm-hmm.
going into the book, which I think is probably for a lot of folks was very refreshing, at least because it wasn't like, hey, this is a book where we're really highlighting this. It was more of like she's undergoing this experience where it's a historical
Mm-hmm.
fiction where she, is going after to try and find her brothers and her dad who have gone off to the Civil War, and she's like by herself, and so she dresses like her twin brother to try and like, make her way through and protect herself. But then she finds that like she likes being perceived that way, or she feels more comfortable kind of like be her own person. So it's a lot of that stuff, which I was like, oh my gosh, this is so well done, and it's very wholesome. So that's just another element of it. If folks are interested in listening, historical fiction, and it has those like the queer journey in it, I guess as well.
Definitely check. I'll definitely check that out. Like
Yeah. Oh
we're we're
wow,
we're
that's
very
very
into
nice
the
of
books
you.
here. Like the background of us, like um so me and my two co-hosts, Jack and Edwin,
Hmm.
we all met when we worked at a bookstore together.
Oh
So,
wow.
this so when I see an award for an audiobook, I'm all perked up. I'm like,
Oh
oh yeah,
yeah,
I gotta
books
check
are
that one out.
amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, again, back to like physical media.
Mm.
I've always been like a physical book guy.
Me too. I prefer even like hardbacks over paperbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I just love
Yeah.
I love me a hardback.
I prefer them too. I prefer them too. I can listen to an audiobook every now. I
Yeah.
think I'm more able to now that like the advent of podcasts are here.
Mm.
Um, but the thing about it is,
Uh,
and why I think it's so important that you want an award for this is because like it really makes a difference as to
mm,
like the experience of the book.
yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you hear people all the
Getting into
like
the characters and stuff.
I've ruined podcasts for people because I'm like, how can you listen to this voice? Like it's
You
not,
spend a lot of time around voices. It's
yeah,
very true to where
yeah,
you can tell when somebody's kind of giving their
phoning it
all into
in.
it and when they're not,
Yeah,
which I didn't used to really be able to do before.
you
I'd
can
be like, I know
tell.
they're good, but I don't understand why. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And so like I work in the office, so like there's some people on like different shifts or everything. They'll like have like a little audiobook club. And so
Mm.
audiobooks are a big thing. And you hear people say all the time, like, "Oh no, I couldn't listen to this because the person reading it, it just didn't work for them."
Yep.
And so have it made me have a much bigger understanding and appreciation
I
for
kind of
the
like,
acting
yeah, like
aspect of it.
having it in my head and imagining what's going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody speaking, I think, can be very helpful for folks. I think I'm just
Mm-hmm.
more of a visual learner in general. So I think I
Yeah.
kind of like being able to see the words because I'm the same
Me
way where
too.
I'll always pull up subtitles on films and TV shows. Even
Mm-hmm.
I've had my mother's hard of hearing, and so is my brother. So I've also just grown up around that. But it's just I like being able to read the script and knowing like exactly what they said, and so I think that's
Yeah.
also part of it for me too.
I'm saying like it sinks in better for me if I want to learn. I've always said if I want to learn something, I want to read it. Like
Yeah.
I learn better when I read something, And if I want to be entertained, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But, that's just how it just works better for me.
Oh yeah.
So, again, congratulations on that. That's a big
Thank you.
accomplishment.
That's so nice of you. It was a cool award.
So back to audio. I listened to a couple episodes of The Strata,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
which was cool. So, how is it like working on a podcast?
That one's cool too cuz I feel like several of the audiobooks I've done and several of the audio dramas. In fact, the majority of audio dramas I've done have been with people outside of the country for me. So
Yeah.
I've worked with several folks that are Australian
Yep.
or of UK descent. Um, somewhere in the UK, I guess is what I mean.
Mm.
And um, that's so interesting because it's like the I guess like how big it is other places is a thing because the Strata apparently is just like it's very popular over because I'm pretty sure the guy who
Yeah.
runs it is British and it's very popular and he like really promotes it and I'm just like whoa that's crazy and so I I did a like brief stuff for him in the Strata and then he created another series called like Road of Shadows where I ended up
Mm.
playing like a deputy and I was a bit more involved in that one and that one was really fun um and occasionally I'll only just now realize like oh that's still going I just
Yeah.
I didn't realize that like they moved out from the town that I was in and so I'm not really involved anymore but I was like oh that's still going strong he still is always like we need more people and I do feel like I haven't been able to make as many connections that way just because I do feel like it's a little bit more isolated in terms of like you
Hmm.
send in your stuff and that's it. Um, but I really like it. I really like audio dramas. Any chance I can be in them. I will say I'm pretty proud of myself. There is one audio drama I'm a part of where it is run by and predominantly voice acted by folks from the UK.
Hmm.
Um, and so I did an audition where I auditioned as a mother, a British mother, and they cast me in it. And so and I didn't realize until we were recording with everyone and kind of reading the script that like, oh, everybody else is actually British. And I was like, wait. And I don't think it wasn't that I like fooled them, but I was like, I'm very grateful that whatever I did was convincing enough to where I'm able to record with you guys. And kind of the same thing with the maybe someday it'll be out, but this Star Wars animated film that I did, I got to do voice matching playing Rey, which was really cool and that was kind of my
Okay.
first time being a lead as a voice actor, I think. Um and that was a challenge too, but I was like, if you got editors who are British. If they think that it sounds decent enough, then
You passed the test.
ooh.
You passed the test.
So hopefully, yeah, I love doing accents. I do feel like it's kind of what helped me be able to be involved more with Caitlin Glass and some of her projects because she's
Mm.
had a lot of stuff that has involved voice
Yeah.
accents, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. Any chance I can get to like study them up or work on them, I love that stuff.
That's cool. That's cool.
Thanks
I'll
so
be
much.
looking forward to that Star Wars project.
Hi.
I
Yeah, it's kind
fingers
of
crossed.
permanently postponed, but a part of
You
me
know,
is hopeful that
I hope so.
someday it'll come out.
I hope so. I hope
Me
so.
too. Me too.
I hope so.
It's
Their
really
animated
cool.
stuff usually is good.
Oh.
So, well, while we're on that, let's go to Something's Amiss at Juniper's house.
Yeah. And that's so funny because I feel like I won't have as much information on that as my friends
Mm.
who run it will. But I can't believe I'm so happy for them that it's Kayla Timshiv and their partner Dustin Parsons. Kayla Timshiv wrote the. I say this for you. I know you know, but I guess for like folks listening, they wrote the script, and then Dustin directed pretty much all of it and did the audio editing. And so they both of them, they're a couple, and they pretty much worked on the whole thing themselves. But they have gotten like a lot of like followers or people that will ask them and things they'll go to about it. And so they actually are planning to have an official panel on it in October, I think, in Dallas, which I'm hoping to attend, which that's the plan. I'm very excited. I think it'll
Mhm.
be on Halloween during the day,
That's cool.
which will be
That's
very fun. I'm
perfect
like,
for that
I
show.
gotta dress up. I gotta get all into it. But that was super, super fun because they, it was like, I've sort of auditioned for things and gotten into stuff, but it's been a while since I have done something with and for friends who've created stuff. Most of that has kind of been at the film level and not so much at the voice acting level. And so that's definitely the first time I've been a part of an audio drama that friends of mine have curated and will like talk to
Mm,
me about. But it's been super fun. And again, I play a character that has two very distinct voices because
yeah,
she is. I don't think it would spoil anything, but it's a supernatural show and
yeah,
monsters are a big part of it. And she is like a two-headed kind of creature. And so I'm twins, but I'm also in the same body, so I'm like they have banter, like
yeah,
find out
yeah.
what the voices for that was. So usually in those situations it's just easiest to, I kind of found this with audiobooks as well, where it's really easiest to stick in one character and get through all of their dialogue and then go back and then
Mm,
perform it as the other person. We even tried like flipping back and forth, and on the one hand it can be very vocally taxing, especially if you're pitching up and down like every sentence. um, but also I think it just helps you stay in the mind of that one character so you're not doing yourself too much. But yeah, it was very fun, and they're very hopeful for future seasons. They have a lot of stuff planned, and so I'm hopeful. And my character comes back and does a lot of stuff kind of towards the end of it. And I think there's going to be 14 episodes, and there's like 8 out
okay.
at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
So it
Like
will build, and there'll be a climax, and very dramatic things will happen, and I'm
um,
excited.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it 'cause I'm
It's
pretty
very
much
well
caught up.
made. I was just like,
It is. It's very well done.
Dustin got a
It's very well
degree
done.
in like audio engineering. So I was like, "Oh, well that makes sense." I was like, "I didn't realize you even did this." And now I literally found out like last week that he like got a degree or at least a minor in it. So
Mhm.
I'm like, "Okay, well that makes sense because I was going to be really mad if you like taught yourself how to audio engineer and
Well, it's by
the
yourself.
show is that good because it sounds amazing. He's done most
It
all of it
does.
himself. So
It
crazy.
does. It sounds really, really good. Really
I haven't
good.
even listened to all of it. I really do need to listen to the rest.
I have not listened to the most recent one that I think
Mm,
dropped Saturday because I think it like had a
yeah.
bit of a break in there. But I will listen to it because I really enjoy it.
Oh,
It's
yay!
I
I'm
really
very
do.
happy to say it's like, man, I was glued for like the end of the season. So it really does like hold up to the hype, and there's like a
Mhm.
lot of exciting stuff that'll happen.
It does. It does. I hope people listen to it and it continues to do well because it really is good.
Yay! Me too. I'm so happy for them.
Um, so that's another question. So you have just by listening to you in these different roles, like your range is crazy. Because like you said, like you'll be like a little boy in this show, and then you'll be a mom over here, and
Yeah.
then you got the supernatural creature over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Huh? I
does
think
is there
a
like
lot
a
of that is.
fulfillment in being able to like play all of these different roles? Because I would assume it'll open you up to more opportunities
It's the
because
stuff
you
that I've
have.
liked to do. And I do think a lot of it is stuff that I have only kind of recently been able to do, like the pitching up that I kind of am in my same voice for the Warrior Princess show, but they did want me to pitch up more often than not, so she is a lot higher and breathier. And at least for a while, that was something that I didn't really know how to do. And the same thing with the little boy voice. I had no idea that I could do that. And that instance was a little bit more. recent, and I want to say that's kind of what helped me be able to book things more consistently at Crunchyroll, because I was always getting pulled in as the young boy,
Hmm.
but I didn't know how to do it at all, and I was just under the assumption that I couldn't, and I was like, this is my voice. If I try and pitch up higher, it just doesn't, it like hurts after a while. It doesn't sound realistic. And then I was just like, man, it'd be so cool if I could do like the Ash Ketchum voice or the Tails voice. And sure enough, a long time ago, somebody had me do like a parody, like some YouTube parody for them where I was voicing Fox. There's
Hmm.
Tails. And so I just spent the time like listening to how the other women did it, and trial by fire figuring out how I could make kind of figure it out. Um, and then it was the same thing that I guess I was getting at with the higher pitched female voice, which I also thought was not something I could really do realistically. Was like, if I, since your voice is a muscle, just really like doing the audiobooks all the time and auditioning all the time. I was just using my voice all the time and auditioning for these things or practicing and just trying to sound that way. It did get like easier over time, and I'm still definitely working on my higher range. Um However, I do feel like it went from not really believable at all, feeling tired and strained, to, I was still trying to like audition for everything that had that description, and in the car maybe an octave or two above what I would naturally feel comfortable singing. So just trying that all the time, and it did, like, over the last several years, that was just something that I was really kind of focusing on, and it did get easier, um, which was very helpful for this lead kind of stressing about. But I was like, no, you pitch your voice up when you're talking with the cats all the time, and when you're speaking to people now,
Hmm.
like when I'm talking to you right now, my voice is kind of in a more like neutral average range. But I would audition for things and my voice would be like lower and down here and blah, 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 and I would, get called in for those kinds of roles. I'm very lucky that I think some of the directors at Crunchyroll, at least, who have a background in theater, they'd gone and seen some of my theater shows where I was playing like silly little guys. I was being deranged and stuff, and I wasn't cast in anything like that at Crunchyroll. It was just the like mature, put together characters, or occasionally the young boy. Um, but it was shortly after that I found I actually was getting roles that were a little bit more like, oh, not like, because now I feel like I'm starting to get some more kooky characters, and
Hmm.
like some characters that have a lot more like ooh, ooh, like they're going
Hmm.
up and they're going
Yeah.
down. Whereas before I was sort of like, oh, I'd love to do that stuff, I just don't know if anybody knows I can. um Somehow we made it in there, but truly, like, just talking all the time, which, oh man, that's so hard to do.
Yeah.
That's such a hard thing for me, but it really does help. You're, working out that muscle, and taking care of it's a big deal, but it can get easier. It's the same with singing, where like if you are doing it all the time, you can, hit higher notes and lower notes and the stuff in between. It's cool. You
Oh,
just got to
yeah.
dedicate to it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I can hit the higher notes. It won't sound good though.
That's the way. But hey, it's like I can hit it.
I
We
hit
just
it.
got to work on how it's gonna sound later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. It's not gonna be quality.
Mm,
Uh,
mood.
but
I'm
that
still
I
getting
find
there
that
too.
interesting.
Oh.
I find that interesting. Like I always find it
Yeah.
interesting how like our voice can do things that we just don't recognize.
Yeah. You
Like
have
how
no
we
idea you
like
can.
you
Yeah.
have
I
no
had no
idea
idea.
because you can like sometimes we just match people's energy without even knowing. If somebody's like, "Hi, how you doing?" You're like, "Hi, how you doing?" Like, I don't talk like
Exactly. But
that.
when you think about it, that's where you can like
Yeah,
hinder yourself. It's a
right.
lot of. That's another reason, I guess, why the anime lead was very helpful. Just because there were so many situations that I got in where I'd be like, all right, I might sound freaking stupid right now, but I have to like fully gun it. And I do feel like it has been kind of a weight off my chest, because I thought that I was pretty good at being able to be like vulnerable and silly and do zany stuff, but sometimes there's some anime stuff out there where they got you doing some crazy things that I even was like, I'm not used to this. And it now feels like, oh yeah, just go for it. And it was through kind of the trial and error of just doing it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mm,
Um, all right, let me ask a question that my co-host Jack asked.
yeah. I may, if it's okay, I
Since you
might
talked
also
about
open
little
my
boy,
door just because it's a little
that's cool.
warm.
Don't worry about it.
And my cat's
Um,
outside. He's sitting
I
right
see
here
him.
by the door. Do you see him?
I see. Yeah, I can like
Yeah, there
see
he
him a
is right
little bit.
there.
Yeah, hiding. They always he's such a ham.
Here, I'll put him right there.
Just taking in all the scenery. Say, yeah, I'm the star. Um, okay, so all right, I'll ask this question because Jack loves the show Jack of All Trades.
Oh,
It was
yay.
like
I'm
one
so
of his
glad that show.
comfort watches. Uh,
That's what I was just. Hang on one. That one was random. I swear I did not touch
It's
anything.
okay.
But it might
I
have been
think it
because
was
my
the
shoes
cat.
might
Like
have
I
moved.
saw the cat blink, and I think the cat was just like, "Oh,
His aura. His aura
yeah,"
tends to do that.
or a farmer.
Electromagnetic fields. Yeah. But yes, I was recording for something else a little earlier today, and we were talking about Jack of all trades, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like I've seen that kind of scenario a lot before with the heroes
Mm-hmm.
party being kicked
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
heroes party, but that it was like a comfort watch." And I was like, "Me too. I usually, depending on the case, I might not get the chance to watch like all the episodes of whatever I'm in." Um, but that was one where I was like, "New episodes out today. I
yeah.
love watching this show, and it's very fun. I really like it too."
Yeah, it was cool. It was a fun show. It was a fun show. Like
I like the
it's what I
teaching
expected
aspect
it to
of
be.
it too.
You know, that's the funny thing. His question is, and I kid you not, do you think Orhun was a good teacher or was he a show off?
Oh, which one? Or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's funny. I think they do a good job of showing that he like I don't think he had any idea he was ever going to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely some elements of that where it's like this is clearly a guy who's like a loner and he's used to kind of like doing his thing and not being inhibited by anybody else. And now he's got to explain everything to somebody. Um yeah, I think there's a decent blend. I think he what sticks out to me are the moments where like when the kids do feel insecure, he's like really there for them.
Yeah.
um Especially in the moments where, see, now I'm suddenly blanking on her name, our pink-haired sweet girl. I call them the starburst kiddos because their hair is the color of like the different starbursts, and they're just like happy and peppy like little candy kids.
The Starburst kid. That's
They're
funny.
like his little
I
starburst
like
kiddos.
that.
But she has the pink hair, and she's clearly undergone the most
I know who
trauma.
you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember.
yeah. I feel
I
like
can't remember names like that.
I know. I'm like suddenly blanking too. I'm like, who's my guy? Oh, no. Logan's great.
Logan.
Who, for whatever reason, he wants to be called Log.
Yeah.
Let's not make that stay, please.
No.
Go back to Logan, please.
Logan is so cool. He's
Logan's
Wolverine.
a cool name.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm turning on my fan for just a second, if that's okay. I don't know if you can hear it at
It's
all.
okay. Like my air conditioner's on, so I don't. Yeah.
Oh, it's the heat today. Um,
Yeah, it's like 95 here. So.
it's. I just realized. Are you in Texas as well?
We're in Chicago. I'm in Chicago.
Chicago.
We're
Oh
the
my
suburbs of Chicago.
goodness.
Mm,
Oh, that's right. You did mention that. You did
yeah,
mention that.
they're
Yeah,
my
right on.
co-hosts are in Chicago. It's a big thing in Chicago. Like if you're not from Chicago, to
Mm-hmm.
not say that you're from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I give Chicago its respect.
You got
I'm
to
from the
be, yeah, like
suburbs.
born and bred.
I am from the suburbs.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like Dallas born and raised, baby. It's it's hot, and I also tend to turn off or at least turn up my AC a lot while I'm recording, so that way it doesn't catch. Because there's a unit like right above me. But that also means I'll start sweating in here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he can be a little bit of a show off. Like, there's definitely elements where being a teacher as well. I'm not like, I don't teach at school, but I'll
Mhm.
teach after school programs and summer camps and stuff like
That's
that,
really cool.
where for visual arts and theater, where I'm like, I think maybe he could have done maybe a little bit of a better job explaining what's going on here. He kind of like threw him in it. But at the same time, these are kiddos who are like, we're already the best. Throw us in,
Right.
coach. So I think there's like a balance there of their. It's what I think maybe makes the show very interesting to watch is that they all kind of have their preconceptions and they're learning how to be more well rounded as a person through each other. Like, it's the classic like person who didn't know they were going to be a dad versus the kid
Mhm.
who's never had a father,
Yeah,
situation
yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like, oh, we're learning from each other. Oh.
And I always have a soft spot for. Maybe it's because like my mom was a teacher. Like I always have a
Mm.
soft spot for like the teaching things
Mhm.
and like
Mhm.
the teaching movies and shows and stuff. So like, I
Yeah,
always
when they
have like
do
a
it
soft
well,
spot for
it's
them.
like really well done. Any sort of
Yeah.
mentor, yeah, like mentorship stuff.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like he's
those get
figuring
you.
it out. He's figuring it
Mhm.
out.
He
I'll give him his
is, and I
credit.
mean, we'll get a second season to see where it leads. I'm very
We will get a
excited.
second season. I
Oh,
will look forward to the second season. I want to see the
me too.
second season.
I
I,
really love Logan. I love him, and I love all the sparkly backgrounds that they give him anytime he's
yeah,
excited.
that was a
It makes
fun
me so
aspect of that
happy.
character.
I'm like,
That
oh, he's
was a
just a
really fun
cute
aspect.
little kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a really fun aspect of his character.
Mm,
Um, just a few more. I'm not going to like take up all your time,
sure,
but
no
thank you for your
worries.
time as well. Another one of Jack's favorites. Like this is an all-time favorite of his is Trigun.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
See, I need to
Trigun
watch
Stargun.
Trigun, and I haven't. And I keep getting conflicting advice of whether to watch the OG or start with the 3D show. And I'm usually somebody who likes to start like I really like retro or like OG animation, like
Mm-hmm.
at least for I haven't started Hunter x Hunter yet, but I'm very interested in at least watching the original before like the
Yeah.
revamp. So a part of me is like, but I mean I've also watched clips from the show and it's
Mm-hmm.
very well done. And it's with a lot of at least like, Johnny Youngbosch being in it makes a difference and
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know. But yes,
I
I
don't know what to
I
tell
would
you.
love to watch that show too. It sounds right up my alley. I really like the like dystopian kind of like dark messed up stuff, but especially
Mm-hmm.
when there's somebody who like kind of has like, humanity through it all. That stuff is very interesting to me.
Yeah. It was. I don't know what to tell you. Like I a super fan would probably tell you like you have to watch the OG
The
first.
OG.
I felt
A lot of
like
people newly introduce.
Stargaze
Yeah.
was when I watched the OG, like I almost dropped it.
Mm.
Like early on, because I'm like, all right,
I
what
think it
is
probably
this?
takes a little bit longer to kind of
It's
get
a
where
it's
it's
a bit of
going
a it's a
than
slow burn. It
yeah.
takes a while to get there. I think Stargaze
If
is
you
a
like
bet.
those characters, that could be good. But yeah,
Yeah, I think Stargaze is a little more linear and a
I
little
don't think it has
better to
any filler,
understand.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the OG one is good. But when I first watched it, because we originally had an idea of doing like the OG versus the updated,
Mm-hmm.
and we just never got around to it. Um, but when I watched the OG, like before, I was like, yeah, I don't know about it. I'm like, I think this show is going to be better under rewatch when I
Mm,
know what's happening and I know these characters and I know what
where
this
it's going.
backstory is and
Yeah.
where it's going. All of the rest of this will make sense. So for me, that's what the OG is.
Yeah.
But I think you'll be good. I think you'll be fine either way. I think you'll be fine. It is a good show.
Mm.
It's a good show.
Oh yeah. I know I will love it. I gotta make some time for it. Ah.
Uh, Making time for it is the thing.
Yeah. I
That's
had that
that's what's true.
that whole thing when I went in for Eric's, and then I was like, let me look up this character, and I was like, wait, his name is Eric. I was like, wait,
Mhm.
so as somebody who had not watched the show, I was like, I was so confused. But yes, now it makes sense where he like
It,
called him Eric's, and yeah, yeah.
mhm. It's a bit conflicting, but that's kind of the allure of the show, I think.
Mm.
So, all right, Jack, I got your questions out the way. Oh, okay. So, a frequent collaborator of ours, his name is Tyler, and actually, this is another one of Jack's favorites too. This show was one both in their top 10 shows of the year last year, maybe
Ooh,
five.
I'm
So,
interested to see what it is.
and Shirley,
Ah, yeah. Oh
and
man,
Shirley.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that because I really love that show. And the fact that there's like I didn't even realize that Miyazaki made like the series beforehand, and so there's like that clearly like the rendition of that style, which already just makes it feel very nostalgic and warm and stuff. I was like, ah, that makes sense.
Mm.
I yeah. Oh yeah. I still haven't. It's so funny. I've watched pretty much all the episodes, and then I've missed some of the last ones, but I've seen the last episode, if that makes sense, because I think it was where like
I
my
get it.
character left for a while,
Mm,
and then I
I
came
get it.
back, and so I was like, I'll get to where am I? What's happening? But I do need to watch it all the way through, and it's the one I'm hoping. I'm not. Thanks for reminding me. Actually, my intention was that my mom, is not super involved in anime, hasn't really
Hmm.
seen a lot, and that's the one because she would show me Anne Shirley and she gave me the books and I grew up reading it. And when I was younger, quite literally, I was like, all I want is red hair and green eyes. And that's like when I was a kid, I was like, I don't want this dark hair. I want the red hair and the green eyes like Anne Shirley. But now that it is all good, I, I am fine. But she was a big influence for me as a kid. I loved reading those. And so part of me is like, maybe I can kind of segue her into watching anime by showing her Anne Shirley because it would be
Right.
perfect. And
Perfect.
that's still
Yeah.
my plan. I need to sit her down and do it. So thanks for reminding me. But yeah, that show is so good. And I am still very proud of I feel not to be too much of a braggart, but I do feel really good about the work I did in that. I think I did a being with Helena is nice too. Helena Wallstrom,
Mm-hmm.
who directed it, because she is very chill and in the space that she set up, her studio is very like warm and there's decorations everywhere and she's very soft spoken and it's a soft chilled show and so I already was like, oh, and this is a character who's very like calm and kind of put together too. Um, so still one of my favorite scenes that I've done in anime is the scene that I did with Monica Flatley, which of course,
Mm.
I want to say I think I recorded first and then she recorded after. So I didn't hear her voice until the full thing was released. But that scene where she's talking to Miss Allen about losing Matthew
Mm.
and kind of where she's like, what should I do? I didn't realize I was gonna get that kind of scene, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm honored. But it was also like, kind of shortly after my cat had it had
Mm.
been like maybe a year since my cat had passed, and again I'd had her since I was 2 years old, and she was 22 when she passed, so I just spent all this time with her, and I just like feeling like like understanding the grieving process, having kind of like been able to come from the upside of it. It was like I felt really good about recording that scene, and so still I feel like a lot of stuff that I have done with Helena has been
Mhm.
very kind of like mellow characters, and so I do feel really good about that, and that scene especially I really like. So that's why that show in general holds a place in my heart, but also I'm like I feel like I did an okay job in that
Yeah.
show, and
Yeah.
Monica did a great job. All the others did a great job. Is yeah, aw,
That I love hearing the personal connections that you had to that show.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah,
really
I was
cool.
like, oh boy, I there weren't any auditions for it. Um, it was just from pull-ins, and I wanted to be in it so badly because I was like, they're animating it. What? And this is before I knew it had been
Hmm.
animated, years and years
Right,
ago.
right.
But I was like, please, I don't know who it's with, but please bring me in. So
Mhm.
being able to actually be in it was like, oh, at least I got to be in it at some capacity. And it's like a project that or an, what is it, an IP that I have known
Mhm.
about for a long time. And I feel like, at least with, a lot of anime, that's not usually the case because a lot of it, especially the stuff that we're doing, is all newer,
Yeah,
or it's more regional, so it's more like isolated towards like either a Japanese perspective or point of view or a story. So that being like, it's from like the early like 18 or like mid 1800s, if
yeah.
I'm not wrong,
It's
or the late 1800s. It's in the
late. I
1800s
think it's
somewhere.
late. Yeah, I think it's late.
um, but that it's like a classic story. I don't know, that we don't get to do that kind of stuff often. So that was, I think, an additional reason why, not to cut you off again. I'm sorry, but
You're
that's
not
why
cutting
I
me
think
off at
there's
all.
also that personal connection of like,
Mhm.
oh, I know this story. What, I can do
That's cool.
this.
And that's the cool thing about anime. They'll just like pull from anywhere
Oh yeah,
and
I love
and
being able
and,
to
and
like create stuff and do brand new things. Very exciting, but
Mhm.
there, I think that's also why Witch Hat was a big deal for a lot of people too, because they had known about the story for a long time. So it
Yeah.
finally getting animated was, that's why I was like, I'm going to reserve myself away from this. I'm Because I feel like if I start reading it, I'm going to get very invested,
Hmm.
and if I get very invested, then I'm going to be very sad that I don't
Hmm.
like it. Because I was like, there's no way they're going to bring in all the really big name people, which they did, and of course it's like for a reason. They were amazing. Um, but I'm kind of like, sometimes I'm a little glad that I don't know as much about the bigger
Hmm.
properties we might get sometimes, because
Yeah.
it can be kind of hard when you do get those auditions that you're like, oh,
Hmm.
I want this really bad. And it's like, am I jinxing myself because
Yeah.
I want it really bad? You know, that happens sometimes. I think the most recent one for me was Taman's B side. I was
Uh-huh.
not expecting it, but I watched an episode just to understand. And of course, just watching the one episode, I was hooked, and I watched like all of it. Um,
It
and
was
so
a
I
good
was
show.
like,
It was a
right?
good
I was
show.
like, man, this never happens to me. I don't usually audition for something that I'm like, I already know all about it.
Hmm.
I want, yeah, but and again, it was Helena. Helena brought me in for that, and so I was like, if I just get to be in that at some capacity, I am overjoyed. So I'm like, wow, this worked out. Wow. It's not like that all the time, but I'm very lucky. Yeah.
It's good to like still be able to like maintain that fandom
Oh yeah, I
as
think that's
well.
a big through line that a lot of us voice actors have, or at least I want to say it's something that is prioritized outside of like the acting ability, is like, are you passionate about the projects? And I do think
Mhm.
folks that are passionate about it definitely go a lot farther than folks that are just kind of there to do the work and leave. Yeah.
I, that's something because well, let's talk about IPs. My Hero Academia.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That's another one
you
I've been
know,
following around since its conception, I guess. Oh, wow. I got some of my friends really hooked on anime in general. My Hero, whenever it was first coming out.
this
I'm
seems
like,
to be
oh,
like one of those
it's a
kind
turning
of
point
like
for a
newer
lot of
age
people,
gateways.
because it was like a lot of it being around like right before the pandemic, then
Yeah,
during the pandemic.
yeah.
So yeah, it was a big gateway anime for a lot of people.
Universal appeal. Kids can
Mm-hmm.
watch it, adults can watch it.
Oh yeah,
You know,
superheroes. In a
yeah,
time where superheroes were starting to become like a huge thing in America.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
exactly,
And they always have
exactly,
been, but especially now.
exactly. So like, to be a part of a huge franchise like that.
Man, one of my very first Crunchyroll audition was a My Hero audition, which
Mhm.
I was just like, oh. And I think it was back in like, it was like season 4 or season 5 or something like that. Yeah, yeah, that was definitely one where I had, now I everybody, but before it was very selective in terms of like when I was getting into voiceover, like knowing the big names or whoever. But I definitely was like, that was when I stuck to dub a bunch and watched it pretty much, twice with the English and the subtitles, and knew like the names of a lot of the actors. Um, yeah. I think I'm trying to think because I've gone in. I'm in it multiple times in just
Mhm.
very brief stints, and once was with whenever Jade was directing it, and that was the one that I couldn't believe it. I technically was supposed to go in again, but they ended up being like, actually, wait, we don't need you, and
Mm.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Girl, calm down. It's all right. It will be all right. But at the time, I was just like, will I ever go in again? But yeah, I went in for this girl. It was just like Walla, but happenstance was I ended up being the woman who what is it, all for one, steals like her
Oh.
cape and like wears it the
Mhm.
whole rest of the show. And I was like, wait, that's so cool. Not like it, I didn't do anything. But there's also just that funny thing that in two of the three scenes I'm in, it's like Hawks is with me and I'm like hanging off his shoulder as he's like talking to all for one. And it's just that was my like 2 nickels like post that I made
Mhm.
once where I was like, it's kind of crazy that it happened twice. But the other one was being like some sort of, like court ghost of all the, I guess it was
Mhm.
like all for one in that moment where he's able to look back at all of the different people he's stolen the quirks from, kind of ganging up on him. And then just that was with Manny Aragon, or Aragorn, and the same with all. I had no idea I was going in for that part because it was a very small amount of time going in for the studio and it was unlisted. I just knew that I was going in. And so I think that was also my first time working with Aaron Campbell, actually, because Manny was gone in
Mhm.
Mexico and Aaron was subbing in for him. And I went in and Aaron was like, surprise, you're All Might's mom. And I was like, are you kidding? And he was like, are you ready? You get to laugh. And so I was like, oh, that'll be so hard. They did talk about how, yeah, it's not happening, but they were like, we might call you in again if because she hums and sings. Like,
Mhm.
if we end up translating that and doing an English version, then we'd call you back in for maybe like the move or the DVD release. Um, which did not happen to my understanding. So it was literally just the ha ha ha
Mhm.
ha, which
Hey,
is
so
why. But
but you're
I'm
All Might's mom.
that's kind of
Like,
why as a merit based person, like what we talked about, man, I go so back and forth of like, I don't feel like I deserve people like cheering me on for this because Chris Sabat or whoever did like all the work for
mhm.
this character to be as revered as he is. I just get to bask in it for a second. Um, but that being said, that tends to happen a lot in anime, I guess. Whether it's like you're replacing somebody or you're coming in as a character based off another character. There's so many instances of that. So I do try to remind myself, like, okay, well, nobody else went in and did the laugh. You were the one who went in and did the laugh. It might have just been a laugh, but you still went in for it. So that's what I try to remind myself of. And I think I can also feel better in knowing like I'm very passionate about the show itself and I love it so much. So a lot of me wanting to share about it or being like, oh, I wouldn't usually do this for a part that's so small, but I really think it would be worthwhile to like make art of her character and like sell that if I can, because I mean, it's it's the show, man. It's a big show. It's a big
Mhm.
deal. Um, but also because I'm like, oh, it's so cool. Oh my was mom, and I was doing all my research, being like, does she show up any other time? She's in the flashbacks. What happened to her?
Mhm.
Oh, we don't know. Okay, that's fine. Um, and just being like, I want to know everything I can. I want to say every role is like that, but since we were talking about that specifically, I definitely was. I was fangirling a lot
Yeah.
because like I can't wait to share this finally. Wee.
One of those ones that's like, oh, I can't wait to put this up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it was really cool. I'm very glad that I got to be a part of that franchise before, ending. And obviously Vigilantes is still going on too,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's kind of, yeah, those big name shows, like that or Dr. Stone or
Mm,
Trigun, where those things are kind of like coming to an end.
yeah.
Even like One Piece, though obviously it's not going to end anytime soon, but it's definitely on the latter half of
Yeah,
things than it is towards the beginning,
yeah,
where it's like, yeah, getting to be involved in what I guess would be considered like an anime classic, or at least something
yeah.
that had a big
Mm-hmm.
influence on anime to some extent, is like that alone is just very, very
Mm.
cool. And that's another reason why I really like my job when I
And
get
like
to
we
do
said,
it.
like these gateways that's gotten
Yeah.
a lot of people into stuff, and
Oh yeah.
to
Oh
say
yeah.
that you were a part of them, it's a
Mm-hmm.
that's a notch in the belt for sure.
Aw, well, we tried.
Um,
It's a
okay,
lot of those people believing in me to do it. I really thank a lot
that's
of the directors for giving me a chance.
you're the best. You know, that's about code. That's all about cultivating relationships, but it's also a reflection of you
Aw,
and
yeah, it does
what you
go
put
both
out and the
ways.
work that you've done that they think of you to put into those roles. So you got to pat yourself on the back and take your victories too.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. I hope that I can, keep it up to the same capacity and keep those relationships up and stuff like that.
You will, you will, you will. Hey, look, you're a leading lady now, so it's only up from here. It's only up from here.
Oh, yeah. Still very hard to wrap my brain around, but yes.
It was destined. It was destined to
Oh,
be. It was
thank
destined to
you.
be.
Hopefully, only up from here. Lots of fun stuff to look forward
Oh
to.
yeah, I know it. I know it. Okay, so a quick one that like was a bit of a sleeper for me because I wasn't like I had no idea what this was. I just watched it on the web, and I ended up really enjoying it. Roll over and die.
Yeah. Oh my
And so
gosh.
it was very
Especially we are
female
talking about the
forward.
like
So
screwed up, like messed up dark anime shows,
yeah,
which is most of my favorites are those. Like I love Neon Genesis is one of my faves,
mm,
and Erased, and all the like watching Akira like 10,000 times. Like any of the stuff where it's like, ooh, we're gonna do some messed up stuff. I'd say the
yeah,
F bomb, but like I'm trying to
yeah.
keep it friendly.
And you could
You
say
get
speak freely, speak freely.
it. Fucked
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
we
um,
have no limits here.
yes. Oh my god. Even the like, I knew that it was darker in content, but then I
Mm,
watched the episode where my character came in and started with the intro, and the intro alone, I was like, okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, it
The
is one of
intro
those kinds of
alone
shows,
with the music that just came in,
and it's
it
like
really set the tone for what you were getting into.
so like female dominant in a way that's
Yes,
like it doesn't feel like it's trying to pander or have a lot of
I
fan
agree.
service. Like the moments that are sort of quote unquote fan servicey feel very like I don't know, like they're funny and they're justified in the situation, and
It's not bad.
yeah, it's a
As a
lot of
guy
just like
that's,
women in
eh,
power, and that's a very
yes,
cool concept.
very much so.
But even yeah, the character that was I'm very man. I love Lee George. I love that man. I'm so any of the directors that I've been talking about lately. I love all of them. They're so cool. Which is like I would hope so as the position you're in. But it makes it that much cooler that it's like I get to do this cool job, and all the people who are directing me are super cool too. But Lee makes it really fun. I've been wanting to work with him for a while, and it was intermittent. And then he was one of the people who was able to see me in like a theater show I'd done, and he ended up mentioning that where he was like, I kind of knew about you, and I knew how your voice sounded, and I brought you in initially to do like a young boy voice because I heard it during the auditions and I knew you could do it, but it wasn't until I saw that show that I was like, oh, she can do the unhinged stuff, or like, oh, she's just a freak, is what he said. He's like, oh no, you're actually so silly, which is just generalized stuff that he was saying, like cracking jokes while recording, and he was just like, I had no idea you were like this, and I was like, yeah. So whoa, sorry, it's a motorcycle. I was like, what is that? Um, After that, he was just like, I was way more interested in putting you in kind of like, which is he made me kind of like this undead chaotic lady in the Seventh Prince show,
Mm-hmm.
and then this Audley character in Roll Over and Die. And I do think that really helped with being able to book Serafina in the Warrior Princess show, because she was a bit more pitched up, and she was having like, I hadn't really gotten the chance to do that classic anime freak out, especially when you're like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like freaking out over somebody that you're obsessed with. And so I credit him to, I think, somewhat helping me kind of like climb the ladder things. Um, that role is so fun, and I'm very hopeful that we get a season 2 because of
Me
wanting to know
too.
where the show goes, but also because I really do like the characters. I was like pleasantly surprised, and I was like, I want to watch the show. I haven't,
Yeah,
again, another one I haven't seen all of, but the stuff that I have seen is very good.
it was. It's very good,
Hmm.
and you have a really cool character in there,
Thank you. I
and
think
like
she's super cool too.
she is cool.
Oh,
She
she's
is
got a bit
cool.
of the. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Starts with an N from Demon Slayer. She's got kind of the same vibe going on with the butterflies in her
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
I'm
oh
cool.
my gosh, I always know her name and now I'm blanking. But you get it. Not like she's
I
like her. I was just like, I see
yeah.
a little inspo
Mm,
there. She's got cool design.
I like it. I've always been like a big fan of like a strong female protagonist. That's another one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that like gets me.
Me too.
And so like I saw this show and I'm like, yeah, I can get with this.
Oh
I
yeah,
can get
there's
with
more
this.
than one strong female in the show.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I appreciate that they do it in a pretty respectful way. And it's very female forward, and I'm glad that they have
Mm.
that there.
That's good to know.
Um,
Yeah, I would have called it the sleeper one too, because I wish more people knew about it.
I do
Because
too.
I was like, dang, everybody's given like 110 to that show too. Everybody was putting their all into it.
There were some good performances in that
Yeah.
because there were some tough moments. There were some tough moments, and then like oh my goodness, the one that they tried to kidnap, the little girl in the maid uniform.
Yeah, as a little blonde girl.
Yeah, yeah, her. Like my co-host Edwin, he's like, if they do something to her, I'll never
I
watch the show
swear to
again.
God. Yeah.
He's like, I swear if they touch
No,
her.
it's so wholesome. They're like, they become
Yeah,
basically like a refuge house for all
yeah,
these
yeah.
people that have bad
I
things
love it.
happen to them. And
Yeah,
I
it's
love that.
it's it's awesome. It's awesome.
Found family. I like
I
that
don't
theme a
think.
lot too.
Yeah, I like that. Um. All right. I'm gonna end on a little fun one.
Ooh.
Um. Night of the Living Cat.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
did watch that show.
This is one that I've
It-
genuinely I wanted to be in really badly. I'm
mhm.
so glad I got to be in it. And it was kind of when I first started working with Jeremy Inman. Um Man, I'm so glad that, again, even just like a tiny tidbit, so happy I got to be in it. And it was funny because he wanted to include more people in the show, but they ended up keeping all of the original Japanese artists who voiced any of the cats. So we were all under the mindset of like, oh, this is going to be a show that has so many people in it because he's going to be
Mhm.
calling people in to be cats all the time, because there were even like cat sounds in the audition that they asked us to
Right.
do because they were under the impression
Mhm.
we'd be doing them. And it ended up being like, I think there was only like maybe one or two times one person ended up like making cat sounds and
Mhm.
turned into a cat. Um, but so it ended up being kind of like an isolated situation, and man, that was really, really fun. I still haven't watched all of that show, but I really, really want to, because I was just like I was rewatching the trailers over and over, like any of the
Mm,
media that was out right before it did start releasing. As you could probably tell, it's like right before I start getting busy actually doing the stuff,
yeah.
I'm like watching as much as I can.
Yeah.
Uh, but I loved it as a horror fan, but also like as obviously somebody who loves cats. It's a great intersection of those.
It
It's
is.
obviously made for people who love both those things, or at least one of
Mm-hmm.
those things. Um, but kind of the there's a what is it like the chain smoker cats coming out soon or coming
Yeah,
out right now.
that's out. That's out.
Any stuff that's like or elements from like the Chainsaw Man intros or
Mm,
outros where it's like referencing different like cinema, like it's clearly made for people who are
yes.
like cinephiles who can
Yes.
recognize the scenes or like the lines being
Yes.
said. I love stuff like that. So cat having those elements already even in the trailers, I was like, we're in good hands.
I
They
love
know what
yeah.
they're doing.
I liked it so because it knew exactly what it was.
Oh
And
yeah,
it wasn't trying to
I
be anything else.
comedy shows. That's what some of the some of the comedy shows where they are not afraid to be like, we are going to be a ridiculous show, and we
Mhm.
know you're watching us because we're ridiculous. I love
Yeah.
that stuff.
Just go all in with it. Just go
Yeah.
all in with it. I'm
Oh
perfectly
yeah.
fine with that.
It's very
Not
freeing. That's one aspect of doing specifically anime dubbing. It's very fun because I mean, it's a very similar experience to the Japanese experience of like, these are not really characters that you would encounter in real a way that you might behave or react to situations. So it's like the one chance you get to be really unhinged, which, as somebody who likes to play those kinds of roles, is very
it
fun.
falls right in line.
It scratches that itch, yeah.
Mm, yeah. So I liked it.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
now I'm like I'm craving watching all these shows that we were talking about too. I have so much I need to see.
I you know, my baby watched a little bit of it too, just because it
Oh
had
my
cats in
gosh,
it.
yeah.
Just because it had
Silly.
cats. She had no idea what was going on. She just saw
Oh
all the
yeah.
cats and was like loving
Whoa, cats.
it.
Cats everywhere.
Cats everywhere. Um, what are your future goals in
Ooh.
your career?
Well, it's funny you said that. I was just thinking about that. I like to continue on the trend of the stuff that I've been doing. I would really love to be able to work more in LA. I think that's not uncommon. That's pretty typical. Being able to work more in video games would be super cool.
Mm,
Um, I've gone to conventions on panels, but I have not gone to conventions for the purpose of being an invited guest. And I'm hoping at some point doing more recognizable stuff. It's so interesting how all of it works. Most of it is more IP related than it is related
mm,
to how much you have done. It's just, you gotta voice characters that are in very popular shows. When people know that you'll be recognized and they can, it's worth spending the money on you. It's very interesting, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Stuff like that would be awesome. Um, I love being able to travel. So having the ability to travel more for work would be super cool. Um, I would also love to, I guess, like role wise, we were thinking about that. I would to. I haven't done. I mean, I was going to say like romance was my big thing. I was like, I would love to be in a romance, and I've done that. Though it's been more kind of half and half slice of life in
yeah.
romance. Um, I haven't been in as much like dramatic kind of centered down to earth shows or shonen shows where there's way more like battling. Um,
Mhm.
and those are things that I personally want to work on more of being able to run through the dramatic scenes. And I mean, I've done that, but I guess being able to, yeah, like you can do whatever with me. I'll do it all. Having those like romantic moments can be a bit vulnerable for me. Like I being silly is easy, but as soon as I have to kind of tap in and seem more like myself or more reserved or whatever, it can start feeling kind of more real, and that makes me feel a little bit more vulnerable. But then in the same strain, um, with attacks and being somebody going through deep emotions, like those shows where people are like scream crying or scream yelling. I don't have as much experience in that, and that's definitely something that I would like to. I've worked on it, and I would like to keep working on it. But I feel like getting the chance to maybe do that more would make me feel more comfortable in it. So I think those are things I'd like to do. Another one is I know what is it, Pop Team Epic, some of those like comedic shows that are just super unhinged. It would be
Mm-hmm.
so fun to maybe do something like that, or ghost stories where they just really let you run wild with it. As well as like kids shows, because I have been, working as a teacher and working
Mm-hmm.
with kids a lot. There's so many really cute, sweet shows, and Shirley kind of tapped into that a little bit. But being able to get more shows that cater, basically what you're hearing from me is like shows that cater to older, more mature audiences, and then shows that cater to maybe like younger, more immature audiences, um, as well as the teen show. Anything, anything. But you get what I'm saying. Like some
I
of the
get
stuff
it.
that I've
I get
not
it.
done yet, I guess.
Yeah.
But I love it all, and I would like to keep doing. I'm happy doing just what I've been doing so far. But if there's more opportunities to do more stuff, I'll take it.
There's going to be play more.
Oh
There's going to be
yeah,
play more.
yeah, it's great.
There's gonna be play more. So I mean, you're a friend of the show now. So you're
Yay!
any
It was
any
so much
any
fun chatting with all
any
of this stuff.
convention that's in Chicago, we're submitting your name, and we hope that
Thank
they
you. And I have friends in Chicago
bring us
too.
here.
Stay there, and I love Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there several times.
Hey, look, if you're ever in Chicago, tap in. We'll
I
like
will. Yes.
get
Oh,
you
we
a
could
tea or
definitely hang
coffee
out.
or
I would love
something.
that.
Yeah, that'll be super duper fun.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
so yeah. So the last thing that I want to do before we get out of here is I
Hmm.
just want you to be able to plug yourself, your socials, anything you got going on, anything you want people to know.
Yeah. um. Yes. You can find me. I want to say it's crazy how the internet works now. You can find me pretty easily on internet now. On the internet. See, this plugin's going really well so far.
It's okay.
um,
I twist my words up all the time.
I'm not used to being like, follow me, but I will be online in most places. You can find me, Madeleine Norton, which is Madeleine, which in some southern states you might recognize like the French restaurant, uh, which is what I would tell people. Then I went to Ohio and nobody knew what I was talking about. But, French name. And then Norton, Norton. I'm predominantly on Instagram and Twitter, I want to say, but you can also,
Mhm.
look up my credits on the Dub Wikis or on IMDb, and of course, predominantly on Crunchyroll. Um, I do have some stuff coming up, and maybe some of the upcoming shows for the season that I cannot disclose yet, but at least like
It's okay.
I'll be doing some stuff, which should be fun.
We'll be
Um,
watching.
Yay! There might be some stuff that you recognize. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny. But
Just keep adding to my list.
right,
It's fine.
hopefully. Yeah. But then also, if you happen to be in the Dallas Metroplex, I'm often around doing shows, professional shows at different theaters, whether it's the Children's Theater or, like the Theater 3 or the Arlington shows or the Fort Worth shows. And then, I guess, I've been kind of low key about it. I can talk about it, I just haven't been
Mm,
posting about it because I've just been kind of waiting for more professional images to come out. But if anyone happens to be in the area and wishes to visit the Universal Kids Resort in Frisco, you may recognize maybe some of the days that you go if you visit Shrek Swamp and you see Shrek and Fiona. Fiona might look a little familiar.
oh, that's
And
awesome. That is
which
awesome.
is pretty awesome also because it caters towards younger kiddos,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's for all ages, but I want to say the rides and the outlook predominantly is for the accessibility and the digestibility of like kiddos,
Yeah.
probably from like age of infancy to maybe like 10, 12 years old.
Mm.
um and so it's a lot of like meeting folks and especially like kind of fulfilling little kiddos' dreams, which just hits another sweet spot for me in terms of like animation and yeah. So that's another thing that I've been doing, which has been pretty cool.
That is cool.
I want to say that's what I've been up to. Plenty of things in the meantime, but those are like the main things I can talk about, I guess.
That's all right. We like it. One last thing before you go. We're going to put you in the 950 Club Golden Mike Hall of Fame. All right.
What?
You're officially in. So when we build out this Hall of Fame at some point in the future, I don't know if we ever like get famous and get a bunch of money. Like what
Manifesting, manifesting for you.
if I hit the lottery, like what are the three roles or like scenes that you think best define
Oh
you?
man, it's crazy because I feel like that is kind of always changing. I've been needing to like even update my demo reel because I'm like,
Mm,
I think there's some new stuff, but I want to say Kodo from Mach-En, Too Many Losing Heroines, just has kind of a special place in my heart, and that was sort of the first chance I was given to be a prominent character slash a character at all on a show that ended up being like pretty popular, or one that I really loved, which I was not expecting. So snippets from Koto because she also is like she's kind of a leader at times, and then she also goes a little bit off the rails. Um, I think I have to put Serafina just because there's like the obvious thing of her being the first lead, but again, another character that had so many like fun moments, especially some of her silly bits. Um, but then also being brought in just because I had like that commanding presence in my voice or whatever it is that they were mentioning at the time, where I just love that, like that she's a strong person, but she
yeah.
also is like head over heels for somebody and doesn't understand how any of that works. So again, the anyone who's got that kind of like juxtaposition is so much fun to play. Um, third is so hard because there's so many cool roles. Like I feel like if we're talking about differentiation, I would probably put in Logan because young boy voice. Um, but then there's some other roles that were just really zany that I feel like I just had a fun time in the booth. Like the Yoshida, who's that mom in Fire Force, very
Mm-hmm.
briefly, she has like a huge freak out and then she literally just disappears from the cells and is like gone, which was very fun. um I would say I could leave the third one up to you if I gotta pick.
And it could be whatever you think. Even it could even be like your audiobook. If you're like, oh man,
Oh,
this is
I
great. You
see.
know,
I was like,
anything,
anime characters.
anything, whatever, what you think best defines you in
Aw,
your work.
yeah.
Because me, I think it's all good. So
Aw, thank
I'm
you.
not going to be a good judge of character.
Oh man. Well then, Serafina for sure. Maybe then, yeah, Logan, because there's so many. Oh God, there's so many. I'm not used to making decisions on these kinds of things. Um, hmm. I feel like then I like gotta go with a mom because I for every one character I get that's like zany, the other two of the three are like a mom. So I gotta pick a mom.
Gotcha.
Um, so I guess it would probably be who I like spent the most time as a mom. I guess obviously being All Might's mom is pretty cool.
Mm,
Um,
that's
hmm.
definitely a flex.
Yeah,
That's definitely a flex.
it's man of all the things it could have been, that one's pretty cool. Um, wasn't for very long though. Yeah, I would say maybe any one of those roles Maybe even I played the British mom that I played was in Welcome to the Brass Eagle, and that was pretty cool. Um, because she was more of the emotional tie to the lead characters, like struggles they were going through because they were like leaving home and their mom was like, no. Um, that was pretty cool, but there's a lot out there, which is a
It's a
good
lot.
thing. But I'm also
That's
like,
good.
oh, if I had to narrow it down, I don't know if I could.
See, but that's good. To me, that's good. That means that you're confident in the stuff that you've done, which is
Yeah,
good.
I feel pretty positive about most everything that I've spent time recording for, which I know isn't something that you can always say. And maybe if I thought about it harder, I would also be like, well, actually. But at least for the most part, I could be like, man, that was a cool project, or wow, I'm really glad I got to be in that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That means that, I mean, to me that just means that the spark is still there.
Oh yeah.
So
Anytime I
that's
leave Crunchyroll, I'm still like, oh my god, bring me back in again. It's always like I want more. Anytime I'm in there, it doesn't feel
mm,
like I could ever get enough. Which I'm always like, I'm very grateful for that feeling, and I try to keep an awareness of that too. I hope everybody else feels the same.
absolutely we do. We do. Well, thank you again for your time.
Oh, of
This
course.
is 950 Club. You're welcome back anytime. Don't be a
Thank
stranger.
you.
And we will see you all again when we do our spring season review coming
Nice.
up soon. So,
Yay.
so see you all. Peace.